Welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. As always, we will begin with a few Codex entries. The History of the Chantry, Chapter 1. The First Blight devastated the Tevinter Imperium. Not only had the Darkspawn ravaged the countryside, but Tevinter citizens had to face the fact that their own gods had turned against them. Dumat, the old god once known as the Dragon of Silence, had risen to silence the world, and despite the frenzied pleas for help, the other old gods did nothing. The people of the Imperium began to question their faith, murdering priests and burning temples to punish their gods for not returning to help. In those days, even after the devastation of the First Blight, the Imperium stretched across the known world. Fringed with barbarian tribes, the Imperium was well prepared for invasions and attacks from without. Fitting, then, the story of its downfall begins from within. The people of the far northern and eastern regions of the Imperium rose up against their powerful overlords in rebellion. The Tevinter Magisters summoned demons to put down these small rebellions, leaving corpses to burn as examples to all who would dare revolt. The Imperium began to tear itself apart from within, throngs of angry and disillusioned citizens doing what centuries of opposing armies could not. But the Magisters were confident in their power, and they could not imagine surviving a blight only to be destroyed by their own subjects. Even after the blight, Tevinter commanded an army larger than that of any other organized nation in Thedas. But that army was scattered, and its morale dwindling. The ruin of Tevinter was such that the Alamari barbarians, who had spread their clans and holds over the wilderness of the Ferelden Valley at the far southeast edge of the Imperium, saw weakness in their enemy, and, after an age of oppression, embarked on a campaign not only to free their own lands, but to bring down mighty Tevinter as well. The leaders of that blessed campaign were the great barbarian warlord, Mafarath, and his wife, Andraste. Their dreams and ambitions would change the world forever. From Tales of the Destruction of Thedas, by Brother Genitivi, Chantry Scholar. Legend of Luthien Dwarfson. At an early age, Luthien was smarter than most children of the Alamari. At the age of 12, Luthien saved Tutha, the son of the tribal chief, from his own dog. The dog had gone rabid, and when it attacked Tutha, Luthien slew it with his bare hands. Tutha's father, Mabene, was impressed with Luthien's strength and bravery, and so took him in as his own son. When Luthien grew to manhood, he became known for his charisma and bravery. While shorter than his fellow warriors, Luthien was stronger and doughtier than any warrior in the tribe. When Luthien was still a young man, Mabene sent him to the dwarven city of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance. Mabene's tribe had come into conflict with other Alamari, and he needed as much help as he could get. Luthien was unable to convince the dwarven king to aid his tribe, but fell in love with the queen's daughter, Skaya. Luthien and Skaya fled the dwarven realm and returned to his tribe. Skaya taught Luthien the art of fighting without pain, the berserker state known as the Battle Wrath. And with it, Luthien became a renowned warrior. Luthien led his tribe to many victories, until eventually he replaced his foster father as chief of his tribe. This peace would not last. During a feast between the tribal leaders of the Alamari and the Avar, the beautiful and powerful Avar chieftain, Morriganen, became enamored with Luthien and seduced him. Skaya learned of the tryst and fled the village to return to Orzammar. When Luthien rebuffed Morriganen's offer of marriage, she left in great anger, and from that moment on, there was war between the two tribes. For 15 years, the Alamari and Avar fought. During the Battle of Red Falls, a powerful young warrior from Morriganen's tribe challenged Luthien to a battle. Luthien was injured grievously, but slew the boy. Morriganen revealed that the boy was Luthien's son, conceived 15 years ago during their tryst. She cursed Luthien as the murderer of his own kin, and the Battle of Red Falls turned against Luthien. Morriganen defeated Luthien in battle after battle, until the Alamari were driven to the foothills of the Frostback Mountains. There, Luthien made a last stand. In the night before Luthien's final battle, Skaya came to him and offered him a dwarven suit of chain in exchange for a night together. Luthien agreed, and wore the armor the following morning in battle. The battle was fierce and bloody, and Luthien met Morriganon in personal combat. In the end, Luthien slew the warrior woman, but not before receiving a mortal wound to his heart, the chain inexplicably unable to block her final blow. Luthien died, and after the battle was done, a party of dwarven warriors came down from the mountain, took the body of Luthien back to Orzammar. From the legend of Luthien's dwarf son, author unrecorded, circa 350 ancient. Lothering. In ancient times, Lothering was little more than a trading post that served the fortress of Ostagar to the south. Nowadays, it is larger, serving Redcliffe and the community of merchants and surface dwarves near Orzammar. Its location on the North Road gives it strategic value, so control of Lothering has historically been a matter of contention between the southern Banorn and the Southreach Arling. King Calenhad himself stepped in and awarded the town to Southreach in the Exalted Age, which has largely ended the feud, or at least the appearance of it. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar, by Brother Genitivi. Alright. You may recall that last time I was having some trouble with the helmets, that they were unequipping. Turns out that is one of the mods that I have installed. They're supposed to auto-equip in battle. It, remembers the last one you had. So all I have to do is just equip them, and they should go right back on once I'm done with them. Alright. We were gonna loot this Templar.
Going.
There we go. He gave me a quest.
Yeah!
Oh. I did not realize you would not like that. But you're all terrible. I have no problem killing you.
Not bad.
We are
Right.
victorious again.
We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
You picked the wrong target.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
Hand over everything you've stolen.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
Then start running, and don't come back.
Bless you. The Darkspawn can have this place.
Alright. Great.
Going.
That's all taken care of. I didn't really mean to fight them. I didn't realize that they would consider that chest, stealing, but oh well. Not gonna cry about it either, because they're terrible. Do any of you talk to me?
What happened to the king is so terrible. Is anywhere safe now?
I'm scared. When are we going home?
A few knights have come through here searching for some holy artifact. None of them stopped to help.
A few knights have come through here searching for some holy artifact. Not one of them stopped to help.
Where can we go? This is no better than what we left.
Doesn't look like any of them really have much to say.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Perfect.
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle?
What makes you think that?
You don't look chastened, so you're not from the wilds. And you're not a farmer. I'd guess you saw some fighting.
Yes, I was with the King's army.
I thought them that survived already marched north with the Tairn. You must be a survivor, or a deserter. Lucky you, I guess.
I have some questions.
Can't promise I'm gonna answer them.
Who's in charge of this village?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
You don't have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns, if he returns.
What's going on here?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
Were those bandits always outside the village?
Were? You mean they're gone?
Yes, I drove them off.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian'll be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out.
I should go.
Don't let me stop you.
Cheery man. Though I suppose this is, you know, a little completely shithole town. In a war.
I don't like this place. Why did we come here?
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Ooh. Some nice alcohol.
Mother, where are you? I want to go home.
Greetings to you, milady. If it isn't too much to ask, might you be able to spare some bread?
What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Tairn would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves. Can you help us?
I met those bandits and drove them off.
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
Mother, where are you?
Well, I've kind of taken all your shit already. But, yeah, you go back there and look for it. It'll be fine.
Have you seen my mother?
That depends. Who is your mother?
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Do you know where your father is?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Come with me. I'll help you look for your mother.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Go to the Chantry, child. Someone will look after you.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. You're a really nice lady. Kind of like Mother. I should go look for her.
Yes.
Let's see. Well, we've got some people at the Chantry board.
Ah, the Chantry board. Yes, let us run errands for the betterment of mankind as well as a few coppers.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, My hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Have anything of interest on the board?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Okay.
We found someone sleeping in our fields, in the hay.
Alright, what's on the board? Transcribed on behalf of Sir Bryant, Templar and Defender of the Faith. Know that all those who prey upon refugees do so under pain of death. The Maker spurns bandits and their kind. The Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension or execution of the bandit leaders plying their trade in the northern woods and roads. Beware, the bandits are numerous and of considerable skill. Only a well-armed and well-trained party should brave the deep wood. We pray for the success of any who undertake this mission. Residents of good standing and passing travelers have indicated there are 3 bandit groups in the northern wood. This humble chanter would echo Sir Bryant's caution, lest you wind up another victim to these evil men. The reward for such service is 3 sovereigns. May the Maker look after his children in our hour of need. Alright. Find some bandits. Get rid of them. Oh, while I'm at it, this was the quest we picked up off that Templar body. Okay, so someone will be looking for a locket. Alright.
Darkspawn with the legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us! This woman bears their evil stench! Can't you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
That man, I hope they paid him well for that voice acting, because that is... oof. That is some excellent crazy dude right there. Ignore him, people. I know I intend to.
Darkspawn will feast on our flesh! Everyone will die! Your king is dead! There is no hope!
I wonder if that creature they locked up on the highway is involved with this. Is it a Darkspawn?
There's Sir Marin.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
You're closed.
We turn none aside, but we simply don't have room for anyone to sleep. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Have you heard any news?
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Who's in charge of this chantry?
The revered mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Alright, goodbye.
Make her watch over you.
Okay. See what's in here.
There's word of...
Are you here to see the Reverend Mother too?
The main horde.
Where is she?
In her office arranging for everyone to leave, I suppose. I don't think she's with anyone right now. I came to ask for a blessing. With my family abandoning the farm to flee north, we'll need all the grace the Maker can offer. Well, good luck to you. I need to get underway. If I'm lucky, I'll make it back to the farmhold by nightfall.
Fair enough, my
the only hope
dude.
of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
There's Sir Bryant.
Yes, my lady? Who might you be?
You can call me Alyssa.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights?
Do many of his knights come here?
Some have in recent days. Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Things seem very dire in the village.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the Horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
About those bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off?
One less. I drove them off myself.
Indeed? They're gone?
It's true. I saw the bastard running for the hills myself.
That's an impressive feat indeed. Will you accept a small reward for your efforts?
Certainly, thank you.
If it interests you, there is a Chanters board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Well, let's trust this man. I'm hoping you can help me. I'm a Grey Warden.
I see. That is certainly worthy of notice. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the King's death. You know this, I hope.
The Grey Wardens did no such thing.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
Is there any other help you can offer?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but... Here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
Useful? Let's see if we can get any information.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Have you heard any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn Horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tern Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
King Cailan had no heir?
None that we know of. Tern Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
True enough. I should go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Oh, there's Sir Donal.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donal? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Very nearly, Sir Donal. May I introduce my fellow Grey Warden? We are the last two in Ferelden, as far as I know.
Terrible news indeed. Pleased to meet you, my lady. Might I know your name?
I'm Alyssa. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I trust you are staying discreet, with the bounty placed on your heads.
We've heard Loghain's accusations, but he's the one who betrayed the king.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
I was hoping to meet Arl Eamon, in fact.
Why is that, if I may ask?
We need his help against Tern Loghain.
I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern.
Is there any point in going to Redcliffe?
He may be dead already. Or perhaps his luck has changed in the weeks I have been gone.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
So your quest for the ashes brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Tell me more about this Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
Perhaps I could help you?
Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
Your friend Sir Henrik is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
I'm sorry about your friend.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn?
My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
I should go.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
Do we have his note? Ah, note from Sir Henrik. So many of my fellow knights have been searching for the urn. Surely one of them must have found Brother Genetivi by now. Still, until I hear all is well, I must proceed as planned. Brother Genetivi holds the key to finding the Urn of Sacred Ashes. We always knew this, but I believe I now know where Brother Genetivi lies. I've been to his home in Denerim and found the trail, and I am amazed that other knights have not done likewise. Unless they have? No, it is best not to get caught up in thoughts of conspiracy. Sir Donal awaits my report in Lothering. I must go to him immediately and report what I have learned. Should anyone find these rabblings, all I ask is that he be informed of my fate. I pray that he complete what I cannot. A note from Sir Henrik of Redcliffe. Okay, so that Brother Genetivi is the same one that wrote like half those Codex entries.
Fear and ignorance. Let those who cry out from the shadows be comforted. Let those who seek redemption be delivered. Let those who have sinned be forgiven.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker. Let him hear our unwavering faith.
Symbol of Andraste, another gift.
And then shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven. And then shall the chant of light make it pure. Let all mankind be humble.
I'm scared.
Let all repeat
When
the
are we
chant
going
of
home?
light. Only
Please,
the word
we came here to
dispels
get
the
away
darkness
from the
upon us.
fighting.
Ooh. We got some boots. Ancient elven boots. Well, medium armor. Okay. There was a
Let
book.
those who have sinned be forgiven.
And a bookshelf. Excellent.
Let him hear our unwavering faith. Let
Must
him
get
hear
all
our
those
righteous
Codex
dedication
entries.
and enduring perseverance.
And then shall the Maker return. Then shall the chant of light make it pure. Let all
Before we
repeat
talk to the
chant of
mother, there was
light.
another book.
Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
And when the Maker spoke, the chant of light gathered in the darkness. Fear and ignorance. Let those who cry out from the shadows be comforted. Let those who seek redemption.
Will you be making a donation to the Chantry, my friend? You look like you have salvaged more of value than most who make it here.
What tithe is acceptable?
Might I suggest 30 silver?
Very well. 30 silver it is.
Thank you, dear woman. What can I do for you, then?
I'm a Grey Warden. I need your help.
A Grey Warden? Here? Oh dear. You put me in a difficult position. You must know that Tairn Logain declared the Grey Wardens to be outlaws.
So I've heard, but it is Logain who betrayed the king.
Tairn Logain? That is as hard for me to believe as his condemnation of the Wardens. There is a price on your head. Lay low, and I promise to keep your presence a secret. That is the best I can do. Now, if there is nothing else...
Can you provide any help to the Grey Wardens at all?
I cannot help you without risking the safety of this village and Chantry. The best I can do is keep your presence a secret. I am sorry. Now, if there is nothing else...
Perhaps I should go.
May the Maker guard you, Grey Warden.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker. Let him hear our unwavering faith.
That is some long loading times. Really hope it's not hung up. Yep, program not responding. Well, shit. Let's see where our last save was. Oh, great. There were no saves since the last time we did anything. Well. Let me just quickly go and do everything that I've done in this episode so far.
Just how smart are Mabari supposed to be, anyway? Do you think they understand everything we say? Oh, is that so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice. You could be an utter moron for all we know. Hey, hey, hey now! There's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and adorable. Who's the cute and adorable puppy? Ignorance is bliss, isn't it? That's what the Chantry kept telling me anyhow.
Little new dialogue there. Okay. I believe we're back up where we were before. I'm going to save before we hit the load. And hopefully it doesn't get hung up this time. Ooh. That time it crashed entirely. That's not great. Okay. Game actually loaded in that time. That was strange. I usually don't have any trouble with this game, even when it's modded. I'll have to remember to save often.
Your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Perfect. Getting along like always.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
What do you need traps for?
Old Man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Barlin has poison traps on his land.
He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric.
Why don't you just buy some?
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields.
Sorry, I can't make traps.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Stop looking at me, mongrel. I have nothing you want. Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening!
See, that tells me everything I need to know about Morgan. She's terrible. She doesn't even like dogs. Awful. Just awful.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Yes. You got a bed for the night? You taken care of?
Actually, I was more hoping I could help you.
Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
I don't, but my friend does.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, she wants some lesser health poultices. 3. I have 23, so you can have some.
Any luck finding herbs in the woods?
Here you go.
This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Why, thank you.
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
In the wilds we're eaten, here we starve. Is there no end to our fortune?
You do not seem a refugee. Are you part of the army?
I hear they eat you.
I heard they just got slaves. Take you underground and make you work.
You ever hear of any ex-slave? They just get sick and die, I bet.
You may be right. No surrender, then.
Well, look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a woman by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen her?
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
I don't need your help, miss. Please stand back.
You don't need my protection, but these men will blindly follow their master's command even unto death.
I am not the blind one. I served at Ostagar, where the Tern saved us from the Grey Warden's treachery. I serve him gladly. Enough talk! Take the Warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right, let's make this quick.
Time for
Well, bad choice, my dudes.
All right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
Take a message to Loghain.
What do you want to tell him?
He'll have to do better than this.
I'll tell him. Right away. Now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
I appreciate what you tried to do.
I am glad you found it in your heart to offer those men mercy. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
I am Alyssa. A pleasure.
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Why so eager to come with me?
The Maker told me to.
Can you elaborate?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Very well. I will not turn away help when it is offered.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Okay. Add Liliana in. And see if my dog whistle works. I get to name the dog, that's right. I think his name should be Doge. There we are. Now we have Doge with us. And let's check Liliana's equipment and whatnot. She is a rogue. I usually like to have her do ranged combat. Let's give her some leather armor.
And I'm off.
Oh, I didn't realize I was seeing that through the wall.
If you want something, speak to Denal. I don't deal with customers.
All right. Going. Huh.
Let's talk to this man.
You're gonna make more trouble? We've about all we can stand in Lothering now.
I'm sorry about the mess.
They had it coming, and they were trouble enough themselves. So long as you don't start more, I won't get excited. Right then, name's Denal. Sorry I can't chat much. As you see, we've a full house.
Who were those men I fought, exactly?
When Tien Logain marched by, he left those fellas behind to look for Grey Wardens. I suppose that's you.
You'll keep that to yourself.
I have no qualm with you, whatever the Tien says. My grandfather served. Your secret's safe with me. What can I get you then?
I don't suppose you have any rooms?
Look around. People are sleeping on the floors and in the attic. That's how many rooms I don't have.
Have you heard any rumors?
I hear that Tien Logain, the regent, is calling for new levies of troops. He wants to rebuild the army we lost at Astagar. Thing is, there's not a lot of spare men to be found. Out of Dragon's Peak, there's press gangs roaming around, grabbing any free man they can lay their hands on. Anything else I can get you?
Heard any other rumors?
I hear news from Dinnerham that Tien Logain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. Anything else I can get you? I heard from some travelers that something bad might have happened in Redcliffe, overrun by Darkspawn, maybe. There's no word from the village at all. A merchant friend of mine said he encountered someone fleeing the place and there was nothing waiting for him there but death. He wisely turned around and came right back. Anything else I can get you? I hear the Dwarven King is passed on. Old as he was,
this guy knows
he
a
was
lot of
probably
stuff.
Poisoned or assassinated. That's how the dwarves normally go out, isn't it? Anything else I can get you? It's not just Darkspawn and the Horde, you know that? There are people with them. Folks who are sick with the blight, and their minds are all twisted and mad. I heard tell of a man meeting his own brother on the field, yet when he called out to him, his brother didn't even recognize him and just attacked. Anything else I can get you? Something's going on at the Major's Tower at Lake Callanhard. Nobody knows exactly what, though, and the Templars aren't saying. Exactly what we need, isn't it? Let's hope the Majors are just cooking up something to deal with the Darkspawn. Somebody should be, after all. Anything else I can get you? Some folks aren't happy about Tyrn Logain being named regent. There are rumors he had something to do with the king's death.
Finally.
Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you ever heard? The Darkspawn killed him, sure enough. If Tyrn Logain couldn't save the king from that inn, then nobody could. Anything else I can get you? I hear from folks traveling the East Roads that there's werewolves in the Brazilian forest. Actual werewolves. They haven't been around since the days of Dane and his ilk. Anything else I can get you? I hear tell they held a funeral in Denerim for King Caelan. The Grand Cleric called for a full day of mourning, and there was a procession a mile long passing by the brazier. It's too bad they don't have a body to properly burn. What happened to him at the hands of those creatures, it's unthinkable. Anything else I can get you? With King Caelan dead, the throne falls to Queen Honora. She's made her father the regent, however, at least for now. I think Caelan's father, old King Merrick, would have approved. Anything else I can get you? There's knights from Redcliffe spread all over Ferelden on some kind of mission, but I hear that they're starting to become rarefied. Maybe they all went back to Redcliffe. More likely they got tired of searching for something that can't be found and abandoned their search. I wonder what Earl Eamon is going to do without any knights. Anything else I can get you? Some hunters who range into the Brazilian forest say that a Dalish clan there has fallen to some kind of sickness. The Blight, most likely, poor sods. Anything else I can get you? I've heard a rumor that the reason Queen Honora has never produced an heir is that she's barren. It's a curse from the Maker for bringing a commoner into the royal line. Until someone of royal blood is put on the throne, there will never be an heir. It seems the royal line of Calenod has been broken for good now. Anything else I can get you? Thank the Maker we didn't lose Tyrn Logain at Ostagar. He pulled his troops out just in time, so it said. Without him, we'd be lost. Anything else I can get you? There's a nasty rumor going around that the Grey Wardens are evil and that they worship the Archdemon. They're the ones that caused the blight. They were getting upset, see? That there was no use for them anymore, so they summoned up the Archdemon to do their bidding. It would explain a great many things. Anything else I can get you? I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can think of at the moment.
Wow. He had a lot of rumors. Like, a lot.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
How can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Okay. Alright, scraping the barrel. My friend, there are a number of people who pledge to aid the Blackstone Irregulars in times of need. Those times are now. Here we will find 3 letters of conscription. Deliver them to the people listed below and return to the Irregulars for your payment. Should any of these people refuse, do what you must to get them to honor their oaths. Durnall Garrison, Redcliffe, Patrick Rich, Lothering, Verrill Bairn, Denerim. Your friend Tauran. Okay, so we need to look for Patrick Rich here. Dereliction of duty. My friend, the Irregulars require a trusted agent to track down and deal with deserters. Do this and you will be rewarded. These deserters took with them valuable supplies crucial to the Irregulars' future as a supplier of martial services. Deal with these wastes of space as you see fit, and bring the supplies back as proof that the problem has been dealt with. We will ask no questions as to your methods or the final condition of the deserters. Use your own discretion. You will likely find them in the following locations: Semael, Lake Calenhad, Leyson, Denerim, Tornas, Frostback Mountains. Okay. So, additional quests.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Oh, don't worry about him. I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Show me what you got. Okay, I think we've bought everything and sold everything we want to from him.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Know any well-paying work in Lothering?
Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about, poison?
Poison?
Yes, that's right, poison. I've got some traps around the place. I've heard the poison hurts them beasties just as good as anybody else.
What if some refugee triggers your trap?
Well, then those bleeding sad salts should stay off my land, eh? Besides, these days, any folk out at night is more than like to slit your throat. Can you make poison or not?
That is a harebrained idea if I've ever heard one.
That's what Elder Miriam said. But it's my coin and my land. I just want to rest a little easier at night.
I really don't want to give this dude poison for his traps. I know it's XP, but, like, it just doesn't seem right. It really doesn't.
Please, I must continue playing, else I earn no coin tonight.
I think we've spoken to everybody in here.
So, Terran Logain is the new regent? Isn't that a good thing?
I heard that he may have...
Ha! You see them soldiers run like frightened children? Way to go!
I thought Darkspawn killed
Cool, dude.
That doesn't make any sense.
A few knights have come through here, searching for some holy artifact. Not one of them stopped to help.
Let's make sure there isn't something new on the chantry board.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey
Ah,
Warden?
we heard that one before.
Here, I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere?
Shockib mara de starit, mera de twasit, abana kyun, maras shokra, anan sam kyun. You aren't one of my captors.
I remember the revered mother mentioning this man. She called him a savage from the far north.
I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace.
You're a prisoner? Who put you here?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Kunari?
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
What did you do to end up in here?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
There are other ways to redeem yourself.
Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime?
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Hey. Would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Okay. So we can go see the revered mother to get Sten free. Bunch of refugees.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Time for more practice.
Alright. Sorry, guys. But if you're gonna try to kill me...
Down you go! Right there!
Now we get our hands dirty. No amusing!
Die already!
Well. That's unfortunate.
Going.
You know this place will be overrun by the Darkspawn soon. If we go, we won't be able to come back.
Okay. I'm not planning to leave right now. I'm just wandering around. Though I do think the exit is off this side.
Oh, time to play. Your time to die. Another backside. Here it is. Watch out. No mercy. Oh, you'll have to do so much better than that.
Let's end it! Come and get it! You can run while you can.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along.
Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says half of it. Thank you for the offer, but there may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Fair enough. Maleficarum regrets. I won't go back. Let them hunt and dread find me. But you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cache is in the study area, middle alcove. Goodbye. Belle Bruce. Right? So now we know about a cache once we get there. Why do you still have a quest marker on you?
We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
Okay. Oh wow, they aggroed from a long ways away.
Try not to look too incompetent. It's embarrassing.
Oh, let's have Alistair take a healing poultice.
I am done. Oh, time to play.
Let's make this quick!
If you insist, it is done.
Make sure I haven't missed anything. Done. Look at it. Good. I can't get into the windmill. Oh yeah, let's take a look at Liliana's stuff here. Let's check Morrigan as well while we're at it. Okay, so she can do herbalism. That's good. Okay. Oh, looks like we have some more dudes over here to kill.
Begin the onslaught. I never liked this part. Be careful.
I do wish I could get behind them more often. Got a fair number of us leveled up, that's pretty nice. Alright, let's take care of a few level ups then. Alrighty then.
Huh.
Okay. Doge wants to pee on the tree, I assume. Indeed.
Oh, I was hoping for something more exciting.
For the Grey Wardens! Let's have it!
Let's do this quickly, shall we?
Begin the onslaught.
Take
Look over there! Oh, look! It was right!
Let us end this.
Oh, these guys actually had loot.
And I'm off.
Excellent. Alright. Like we got a fair amount of armor off of them as well. To check that out in a minute. Speeders.
First one to kill it gets the prize.
I do not like the little scurry sound they make. fighters dead. Excellent. That's just about everything out in this field area. I can get back down this hill. There we go. Okay. There were a few things to loot over here, I think? At least I thought there were. Okay, sack and pile of filth. How do I get to you? Are you back here? Yes! Excellent. I honestly can't remember if the gems are used for anything. I'll have to look that up. Do you still want traps?
More soldiers
No.
make it out of Ostagar. So much tragedy.
Oh, and I am still looking for that one guy for the irregulars. As well as needing to see Reverend Mother. Let me check quickly this area of refugees. See if we've got someone with a name. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's an elf fruit I didn't get. Maybe the conscription guy would be in the chantry.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers.
Thanks. Oh. We got more quests. When bears attack. As the Maker is my witness, I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armor to brave the dangers of the northern wood to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy Ennet. For they are an abomination in the Maker's sight, and their hides would prove great comfort to the northern farms and solace for Thed's family. As chanter for Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries out this, the Maker's will. Exercise caution first and foremost. May his light bathe us all. And a last keepsake. A thanks to all villagers who've opened their barns and crofts to the refugees in these dark times. The chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in the village whose mother, goodwife Sarha, is missing. As she has been missing for the better part of a week as of this writing, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any traveler or resident comes across her in the wilds, please return her body or the effects on her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember his brave mother by. The office of the chanter will compensate this kindness with a sum of 50 silvers. May the Maker turn his gaze on us all. Okay, that must be the boy we talked to earlier. So, we'll see if we find her somewhere. Let's see if our irregular dude is in here. We need to talk to the revered mother anyways. There's Pater Gritch.
Yes? What can I do for you? I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
All right. Now let's talk about Sten.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then?
I want to talk about Sten, the Kunari you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Is there any way I can convince you to release him?
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
All right, we can release Sten. Now let's save before we leave. We don't want to repeat a last time. We can free Sten, and then we can wander about the field over here again.
Do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
Yeah, Liliana does occasionally get a bit preachy, unfortunately.
You wish something more of me?
I have the key to open your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well. I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Thank you, Sten. Glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
You can actually, wait at camp for the time being.
Of all the... Indeed.
Now, we're looking for some bears, right? Oh. And there's a corpse. I bet that's, the kid's mom. That is a lot of wolves.
Let's make this quick! I'm trying to be merciful,
Easy.
That was a crap ton of wolves. Wow. Yeah, red hair. It's her. Alright. I can return that to the chantry. And we're also looking for some bears. If I recall correct. Oh! Bears!
Yes.
And dead bears. Okay. Head back to the chantry board, turn those in.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day. And the stars stood still, The winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Hey, was that the last one? It was. Let's double check. So, to kind of sum up what we've got, we have the last will and testament from the Kokari Wilds to give back to the man's wife in Redcliffe. We've got a quest to go see the Jarl of Redcliffe, quest to go see the dwarves, quest to see the elves, quest to see the mages. This one shows us that we can get, you know, any direction from here. Okay. It's basically finish what you're doing here and leave. And then the Blackstone Irregulars want us to conscript a few of the people. And to also get supplies from deserters. But I think that means that we are actually pretty much done in Lothering. Let me talk to the merchant.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something? All right. Just don't buy everything up.
Okay. I think I've emptied my inventory as much as I'm going to for the time being. Let's head back toward the zone exit, and we'll read a few of our Codex entries and end the day. Okay, all we'll need to do when we come back is just go down this road. For now, let's see what kind of Codex entries we have. I don't think we've done any characters yet. Some of these look like they're pretty short. Alistair! You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together. Alistair was a novice Templar when Duncan recruited him into the Grey Wardens, or rescued him, as Alistair would say. Queen Honora. We've been given the gift of freedom by our forebears. Let us not squander it. The only child of the war-hero Logain MacTyr, Honora has never been one to stay quietly in the background. It is common knowledge that in the 5 years Honora and Kaelin held the throne together, she was the one wielding the power. She is held in much higher esteem than her husband by the people of Ferelden, nobility and commoners alike, and commands the respect even of foreign nations, having once inspired Empress Celine of Orlais to declare, Honora of Ferelden is a solitary rose among brambles. King Kaelin Theron. I'd hoped for warlike in the tales, king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. Son of the legendary King Merrick Theron, Kaelin was the first Ferelden king born into a land free from foreign rule in 2 generations. Since his father's death, he's held the throne alongside his queen, Honora. He fell in battle alongside Duncan at Ostagar. Sir Cothrian. Some of us know what honor and loyalty are. Cothrian came to Logain's service the hard way. She belonged to a poor family and was out doing work on the farm when she saw a man on horseback being attacked by several bandits. She rushed to his assistance and found out belatedly that the man she saved was none other than the great hero Logain. Though she was hardly more than a child, he took her in, offering her a position with his soldiers, and she climbed through the ranks through sheer determination. Becoming the commander of Merrick's shield, Logain's elite soldiers, was the proudest moment of her life. Let's do 1 or 2 more. Doge! The Mabari is clever enough to speak, and wise enough to know not to. Ferelden proverb. Alyssa's Warhound has a pedigree older than high ever, and a penchant for driving cooks to distraction. And Duncan. His is fairly long, we'll end with him. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. Like many others, Duncan gave up his family name when he joined the ranks of the Wardens, a symbolic gesture of cutting ties. He might say this was a convenience in his case, however. His mother was from the Anderfells, his father from Tevinter. His childhood was spent in the Free Marches and Orlais. His people were everywhere, and his homeland was nowhere. He was given the almost impossible task of leading the Wardens in Ferelden, a kingdom that had thrown the Order out 200 years earlier. Facing local suspicion and hostility, he set about finding recruits. He was killed in battle against overwhelming numbers of Darkspawn at Ostagar, alongside King Caitlin. And that is where we shall end our episode for today. I hope to see you in the next one. Till then.